Hello, my name is Cesar Ozuna, and this is my data engineering final project. I looked at home runs and winning throughout recent eras. The seasons I focused on were 2013, 2019, and 2025. My motivation for this project is that baseball has always been one of my passions, and I've always been curious about just how important the home run really is to winning. The game has changed a lot in the last 10 years. We went through the juice ball era in 2019, and after that, the MLB looked at the ball, instituted a new dead end ball to reduce the amount of home runs being hit. So I wanted to analyze how it was before, how it was during that peak era, and how it is now, and see if the correlation to winning is consistent through the three seasons or if it changed when more home runs were being hit. With my data collection, I used two sources. The first source was a MLB Stats API. It's a free public API, goes back to 2000, and I pulled every completed regular season game from these three seasons, about 2,400 games per season, and I made two API calls per game. One of them for the schedule to pull the game IDs, and one of them for the box score to pull all the statistics. My second source was Baseball Reference, where I downloaded a CSV of league-wide home run batting totals to get the league home run total for each era or each season I looked at. The challenges I faced was API rate limiting. Since I put in two calls per game at 2,400 games per season, it's about close to 5,000 requests per each season. And without throttling the API starts dropping these games. I had to add a half-second pause every 50 games, which fixed this issue. I also ran into duplicate game IDs in the API response, which caused errors on my SQL insert. And it was an easy fix. I just dropped the duplicates before loading into the SQL. Cleaning was pretty straightforward since all three seasons came from the same API. Once I was able to figure out the code for one season, I duplicated the code for all three. But I converted dates to date time, filled nulls with zero, dropped the duplicate game IDs like I went over, and added a few derived columns like home win totals, total home runs, and week number. Then I merged all three seasons into one data frame before splitting it back out into four normalized tables for the database, which were season, team, games, and game stats. The schema, the database has four normalized tables on my personal AWS MySQL instance. MLB Seasons holds the three eras. MLB Teams has one row per each unique team names. It has 32 total because two teams did change their name throughout these times. And MLB Games is one row per game with foreign keys back to the seasons and team tables. MLB Game Stats is one row per team per game, so exactly double the game count, which is all where all the batting stats are. Queries and results. I ran six of these, but I wanted to focus on four that were the main topic of my project. So average home runs per team per game era, you see the peak right here in the juice ball era 2019. Average stats in wins versus losses. I also did go in to see if any stats were more important, but home runs were by far the biggest jumps in wins and losses, the biggest changes. As you can see, average home runs far outweigh the average home runs and losses that you see in wins. I also wanted to look at a season-wide sample size. So, above average home runs hitting teams uh, win a lot more games than below average home run hitting teams. And this could be the difference between becoming a playoff team and becoming a team that doesn't make it at all. So, and I wanted to look at win percentage when you out homer your opponent. So as you see, pre-juice ball, 74% win percentage when you out-homer your opponent. Peak juice ball, 78% win percentage for opponent. And current baseball, 76% win percentage when you out-homer your opponent. It may not seem like a lot, but this is a big difference over the course of a 162-game season. The conclusion I made was that my data supports the hypothesis. Home runs have always been important to winning, but the 2019 juice ball season is where the relationship was the strongest by every measure I made. And in 2025, the game sits well above the 2013 baseline, as there's been a more shift to analytics throughout recent times. Teams are looking more for home run hitters that help their team win more games. And the point I wanted to hammer across is that the home run isn't just the most exciting play in sports, it's one of the best predictors of whether your team wins baseball games. Thank you.